Hold on, friends. This is Rick, the Fat Man. This is your seat at the table. Welcome to the West End Games version of Star Wars. We're doing Otherspace 2, The Invention. On a remote, alliance safe world, rebel heroes battle terrifying aliens and invaders from another galaxy. Does that sound familiar to you in any form? Now, this is not the Yezek Bong, obviously, but this is some stuff that they came up with that, like I said, personally, that was more Star Trek-esque than Star Wars. I bought them because they were Star Wars and they were Western games, and I never really brought myself to run them as a campaign. But since they're on my shelf, we're going to review them. I find my glasses. Frankie the shelter cat winding around my feet at the moment. Got myself a Pepsi. Excuse me for a moment. Nothing like listening to the Fat Man swallow, I know. I know. Behave yourself, Frankie. Where you at? Oh. Don't knock that stuff over. I'm going to get mad when you knock her stuff over. Introduction. Invasion is a Star Wars adventure for 1 to 6 players plus a Game Master. Game Master should read the entire adventure, etc. Player is a group. Rebel heroes go on a dangerous scouting reconnaissance mission attempting to unravel the secret of Stronghold, a lost alliance safe world. Immediately upon their arrival in Stronghold system, they encounter a terrified and completely incoherent rebel fleeing in terror from what no one knows. Hardly an auspicious beginning. As the mission progresses, the rebels slowly discover the fearsome truth behind the loss of Stronghold. The mission climaxes with a deeper, desperate battle against an unimaginable terror from beyond the stars. Battle whose outcome could be decided the fate of the galaxy, etc., etc. Adventure background, summary of Otherspace, which, yeah, you're not familiar with that, go look at the video I did 2 weeks ago, and it will cover it. This is a follow-up. For those who have not played Otherspace, we present a brief summary. Rebel transports, celestial carrying prisoners. Here the Charon are Mr. an ancient race dedicated to the worship of the void, where only living creatures remaining in the galaxy decimated by their destructive jihad. They slept in sleep of thought and death, and waiting for their fulfillment from the eternal void. Their sleep would have been eternal as well if it had not been the dizziness of the real space arriving to awaken them, etc., etc. Subsequent events. Although the Charon's biocomputer was as mighty as its knowledge, nothing it had ever encountered was quite like the mind of Moff Ravik. Strong-willed and powerful, Ravik fought the biocomputer and was able to resist the total destruction of his personality, storing his thoughts, memories, and ambitions intact within a large section of the computer's memory banks. Bodiless entity, he waited floating in the air, a sea of data and the probability of biding his time. Meanwhile, the Charon continued to work feverishly under dimension-spanning hyperdrive, led by the burning fascination of their leader and the prophet, Barasco. After months of labor, they were ready. On that day, Barasco mind-linked to the biocomputer for the final jump to coordinates. Ravik was there, waiting for him. An epic struggle followed. The sanity of both combatants was flayed and rent in battle. Finally, Ravik triumphed, taking over the Charon leader's body and banishing Barasco's mind to the depths of the biocomputer's memory. Now it's Ravik who leads the Charon on a quest for the destruction of the galaxy. Recent events, setting the tone, main NPCs, adventure timetable. Yeah, you want out there? Anytime you're crying on one end of the door, you got one end of the door. Now you want out there? We'll pull it open. Yeah. Episode 1, Meet a Madman. The summary is: adventure begins. The rebel heroes approach the Taldat sector. The mission: investigate the mysterious loss of contact with Stronghold and report back to the Alliance High Command. Immediately upon entering the system, they are confronted by a half-mad rebel pilot and a sinister, foreboding silence on the planet below. Start the adventure. The mad pilot. Yeah. Long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, Alliance Safehold Stronghold was not communicated with Alliance High Command for a week. A small group of rebel heroes makes its way to the Taldat sector, fearing the secret Alliance base is discovered by the Empire. Their mission: to investigate and report to the Alliance High Command. What they find on Stronghold will test their abilities to their limits and beyond. If they fail, then the galaxy may die. Start the adventure. The mad pilot. standoff, the distress call, modified short haul, top like failure, high reconnaissance, down to stronghold, the Charon timetable. Rewarding fast-moving players. Sometimes players have a tendency to mull over every plan for hours, ask innumerable questions, and generally take the slow and careful approach. This is an anathema to Star Wars, which is the best run fast, high-speed action. One reason that players do this is in other role-playing games, GMs are told to punish the players if their character plans aren't perfect. This encourages the players to try to anticipate every little detail. So one way to speed up the game is to reward the players for fast, exciting-sounding ideas, even if they are somewhat flawed in execution. Without being ridiculously lenient, allow the bold but slightly flawed plan to succeed. Right on. Cutaway. Episode 2, The Surface of the Stronghold. Summary. In this episode, the rebels have the opportunity to encounter the wreck of the Desolate and meet Bane Nothos Barosco and must conquer several hazards, including the mountain peaks and Charon warrior patrol testing one of their new constructs in order to gain aid vital to their success. Background. Rebels explore the planet's surface, a rocky and mountainous area reminiscent of our own Himalaya range. While not quite as high or as vast, there are still some forbidding peaks and stronghold mountains. While on the surface of the planet's surface, rebels encounter Charon patrol testing. Counter order, the chasm. The Desolate lies in the middle of a big open plateau. If the rebels land there, their ship will be visible for kilometers. If they look for a more suitable landing area, the easy search reveals a good spot a few kilometers away, and a case valley just big enough to take their ship. If they fail to roll, the closest area they find is 20 kilometers away, a full day's walk. So, in either case, before the rebels reach the wreck of the Desolation, their path is blocked by a great fissure of rock extending for kilometers in either direction. Unless they're unwilling to make a 2-hour longer detour, they must make their way across. So, crossing the big chasm. Then you got the Charon patrol. First, if this is the first meeting between player characters and the Charon warrior, if it's all going according to plan, this will be the first inkling the rebels get that they're up against the Charon. Run this event just before the PCs reach the wreck. Says the rocks around you are nearly man-sized, making going difficult. Bumps and scrapes are met, of course, by now. Small cascade of petals rattle away, particularly loud rattle of stones. You stop and look accusingly at one another. The rattle comes again, and the hissing, scraping starts up the roll around you, getting closer and louder. Give each player a chance to say what his or her character is doing. In between the descriptions, tell them the noise is getting louder and nearer, and it seems to be coming from all around, above and below. Then the last player has spoken to Charon warriors in a construct attack from the nearest hiding place, ending the battle. The wreck of the Desolate. When the Charon entered real space, Rasco caused the ship's computer to malfunction, causing the vessel to merge too close to the planetary mass. Badly damaged, the jump, the Desolate plunges slowly and terrifyingly towards the planet's surface. The Desolate was superbly designed, however, and a great number of Charon and Revit and Barshko survived the crash to carry out their campaign. So as you rise and see a strange, otherworldly vista spread out in the shadow below. Huge bluish yellow mound rests tilted at a bizarre angle amid scattered wisps of noxious red mist. The mound appears to be made of a normal rock. The great gash in the side reveals strange orange glow within. Going underground. Strong. Episode 3, Stronghold. In this episode, the rebel heroes must reach the tunnels of Stronghold, remain hidden from the Charon patrols, all the while engaged in a desperate race against time to find a hidden shipyard and unite the rebel forces. All of Stronghold is open to exploration. The rebels' accomplishments are limited only by their ingenuity and their courage. This is information about Stronghold. Stronghold Base is a vast underground tunnel complex carved from the living rock by Alliance engineers. A little direct military battle is an ideal hiding place for the families of frontline soldiers. While Stronghold, they are protected by from Imperial discovery. Stronghold is also employed as a prison planet from time to time, although there are no Imperial prisoners currently incarcerated there. Etc., etc. About 250 women and children So you got about 250 million non-combatant alliance non-combatants to deal with. Charon trolls, the death mist, the great storm, the constructs. Charon are able to mold and change living tissue, creating whatever they need from flesh-captured races. These constructs are near mindless slaves, and in constant pain and with but a shadow memory of what they once were. Setting the tone. Event 1, finding the group of rebels. Event 2, the Charon finding the shipyard. Yes, you're not coming up here, Frankie. No. Alliance computer command room. Sneaking around, making highlights. Command. Cascade. Yeah, you gonna behave yourself? Nope. And nope. Yeah, Frankie. Yeah. Yeah. But you can't stay up here because you'll step on stuff and you'll pull things. Tried to eat my earbuds last week. Mighty Torn Washer. Other base 2, the invasion adventure script. Okay. Number 2. Do that a third time and you're going out the door. You can sit out the door and cry. Yeah, I know I'm so mean. Random off a target, Marcus Tor, Charon timetable, Charon armory, construct chamber, Charon battle armor. In the chamber, you see a vision of pure horror lining the room right to the door, so you close you can reach out and touch them. If you dared or captured rebel soldiers, each is held by the wall by a band of bright yellow energy. It appears to be pulsing time to help be the prisoner. Smaller balls of colored light run from the center of the band to the back walls as if the restraints were sucking the life energy out of their prisoners. It looks to rebels this may not be far from the truth. Some rebels are more far gone than others, but they all look weak, exhausted, and in pain. Looks like this is where the Charon build their genetic constructs. There are spider-like limbs grafted to some of the bodies. Charon biochemists move slowly about the room, examining each rebel carefully. Like interns in a hospital, they click and flutter among themselves, occasionally processing an inner body before or performing obscene acts of surgery without the benefit of anesthesia. Several warriors lounge at the far end of the room, absorbing conversation of their own. Rescuing the prisoners, Charon Command Central, the shipyard, back to the Charon timetable. Over and over again, they're emphasizing that you're on a clock, that players have a limited amount of time before something terrible goes wrong, and that to keep the pressure on them. Episode 4, the storm moves in. Summary. This episode, the heroes see the Charon battle plans unfold as Revok prepares to attack from the rebel shipyard. All the plot timing elements come together now. Charon battle armored warriors, supported by washes of death mist, battle rebel heroes and survivors against the backdrop of a raging storm at stake the fate of the galaxy. So basically, Charon are trying to capture the shipyard where there are ships. If they can get the ships, they can spread out, and then they will become a problem on a larger scale. Or supposedly. Death generator, construct character, chamber, timing adventure elements, finding the shipyard, the storm, the death mist, bringing it all together. The battle begins. Episode 5, the battle begins. Yeah? Yeah? What? You're fine. Summary. In this episode, the player characters and the rebel forces battle the Charon warriors for possession of the shipyard. This battle can be run using normal Star Wars. Okay, Frankie. Can be run using normal Star Wars role-playing combat system, or for maximum excitement, rules are provided using the Assault on Hoth board game to resolve the epic conflict. Leading the battle, positioning the rebels, battle plans. Yeah, PCs in battle using event cards. The climactic moment. Briscoe confronts Revok. PCs fight Revok. And using the Assault on Hoth rules. I don't have that particular game. Victory conditions, transition, the false ending. Okay, Frankie, that's number 4. Just excuse me a second. What? Yes. Obviously, you just simply cannot stay off the table, so you go out here. Yeah, you wanted out there anyway a little bit ago. On. And some of his mama's stuff on the floor. Gotta love that cat. Oh, gotta love that cat. Alrighty. All sending. Exterior, Rebel vessel, Rebel flight crews grin and shake hands with the Rebel heroes as they prepare to board the ship. Good journey, says one. May the force be with you. We fueled her up and checked her over, says another. Everything's good, in good condition. Hope to see you again one day. Fade 2. Interior, Rebel vessel. Camera appears through an observation portal as the world of Stronghold slowly fades away until there's a tiny point of light. Cut to interior darkness. A large shape moves restlessly in the darkness as though hiding. Cut to credits and closing time. Ooh. Episode 6, The Aftermath. Ravik's flight. Do you catch him or don't you? Choosing the right moment. The real aftermath. Final cutaway. Additional reward. And there you have it. Otherspace. The invasion. It's definitely out there, right? I mean, I don't know what else to call it. And hopefully, I have an open menu here, and hopefully, because of Frankie, so hopefully that didn't cause a problem. We will find out shortly. There you have it.